Good morning, dear students. Today we discuss cooling curve during the solidifications of metals. It is very important to understand the metal solidification process. So we discuss in later slides how the solidification continues. So when during solidification, the liquid metal changes into the solid. This is the solidification basic process in which liquid metal converts or changes into the solid at room temperature. When the liquid changes into the solid, when we draw a curve with respect to the time, then we get a cooling curve. So what is the cooling curve? So a cooling curve is a graphical plot of the changes in temperature with respect to the time over an entire range through which it cools. So this is the cooling curve. So what the cooling curve tells us, or what the cooling curve indicate to us, it shows how the temperature drops or temperature comes down during solidification with respect to the time. This is the basic significance of the cooling curve to understand the temperature versus time. So when we talk about some pure metal, very pure metal, some impurities may be there, that doesn't matter, but very pure metal, suppose aluminum, pure aluminum, not some aluminum copper alloy or aluminum zinc alloy or aluminum silicon alloy. It's pure aluminum around 99.99% pure. So pure aluminum, pure iron, or pure magnesium, that type of material, when their cooling curve is plotted, it shows this type of figure as shown in figure here, pasted here. So you can see that when material is in a liquid phase and the temperature drops with time elapse, temperature drops, and at a point it stop and change its course. So and it moves in a straight line. So here you can see that the temperature is constant, temperature does not change, and when the temperature becomes constant at a point and a straight line is there, it's this type of a isothermal type of process, because there is no change in temperature, but as time is going on, but temperature will not change. So this is because of the latent heat. This is because of the latent heat comes into the picture, and because of latent heat, it releases the latent heat. That's why temperature is not changed, but the phases change from liquid phase to solid phase. And the from here, without the change in the temperature, the phase changes from liquid phase to the solid phase. And after the solid phase is attained, it will temperature will come down to the room temperature. So this is the this graph or this cooling curve is for pure metals. So you can say that they have a by seeing this graph, all metals exhibit a definite melting or freezing point. So this is the melting or freezing point. Here is the liquid phase, here is solid phase. So this is the from solid it converts to a liquid, and from liquid it converts to the solid at this particular temperature. This is the melting point or a freezing point. And for a pure alloy, or sorry, for a pure metal, it is always definite. So in a pure metal, we have a horizontal line, but in case of alloy, there is a some different picture is there. So you can see in case of alloy, there is a range, not a particular straight line, a horizontal line. There is a range. So from here, liquid phase changes to a solid phase, and you can see there is a range of temperature on which it will happen. It will occur. So in case of alloy, the solidification does not takes place at a constant temperature. It occurs at a range of temperature. So these are the curves. We can understand that there is a difference between the curves of, this is of pure metal. So very horizontal straight line, but in case of alloy, there is a slant line or some tapered line is there, but not a straight horizontal line. This is because it occurs at a particular range of a temperature, not at a particular temperature. So you can say that alloy having a not having some definite type of temperature, not having some definite type of melting temperature, it varies. You can say that. So for different compositions of alloy, you can plot this type of cooling curves, and you can finally get say phase diagram. You can see that this is for pure metal, pure alloy having 100%. When alloying elements add on, the range will increase, and at last the B element is 100%. It again becomes the horizontal line and it converts to a point. So this is how you can construct a phase diagram. So these are the all about the cooling curve. Thank you, dear students, for attending and listening very carefully. In next video, we will discuss more about some cooling curves and